Hey trainers, Dom here, and this is my first YouTube channel, and today we're going to be talking about Pokemon Go Battle. Now, what I have for you guys today are 5 battles that got me to rank 8. This is part of Season 2 now. So, Season 1, I've been utilizing Marowak, Dugong with double legacy move, and Ferrothorn. And I've been experiencing along the way that when I was getting higher into rank 9 that I was getting hard countered so much with fighting Pokemon. It was not funny, but once Season 1 has finished and I got that Elite TM, I've been seeing through other YouTube channels that people were talking about Seaking being the next cool Pokemon to use, or the next, I don't know, meta, whatever. So I just wanted to give it a try, and so far it's been pretty cool. Has been a different experience between using Dugong and Seaking. They kind of cover the meta a little bit different, and they counter different Pokemon as well too. But without a doubt, let's just jump into these battles here, and yeah, let's just get into it. So this team here, Marowak lead, Seaking triple legacy, and Ferrothorn with Thunder instead of Flash Cannon. So first couple battles here, you're going to actually see that I don't have lead advantage, and it's been in many cases that I just don't have the lead advantage. So it's been more or less my technique of how can I utilize this team in a way to make it work by switching and playing like being switch advantage by switching first, if that makes any sense. So by switching to Seaking, I was able to knock out Venusaur surprisingly, because I thought they were going to have Frenzy Plant, but they didn't. So they brought back their good old friend here. I don't like Bastiodon by any means. I had way too many headaches with this Pokemon paddling in Go Battle. But yeah, we got his shields here, and we got down with Droron a little bit. So before I throw Marowak back into the game, I jumped into Ferrothorn here just so he can take care of Bastiodon rather quickly. So in many cases, depending on the matchup and the timing, you can get off 2 power whips before Bastiodon can go off with its fast or with its charge attack. So it's usually really good. Now in some cases I do have to double shield, like in this match right here, and they do switch into Medicham. And in this case I just switch into Marowak because there's no charge attacks that's actually going to do that much damage to Marowak. So the whole idea that I'm going to do to finish off this match is to get enough energy so I can just finish off Bastiodon at the end with Marowak. Because it's just going to be too much of a hassle sometimes with Ferrothorn. Just still trying to figure out that tapping mechanism, or whatever you want to call it, that technique. It's a headache. They changed it up again, Niantic. Why? So, but there we go. We win. GG's for first match. We're gonna jump into battle number 2. So yeah, this team has been really good. It's not a bulky team. It answers to the meta pretty well, and it has pretty good coverage. Oh, battle number 2. This one I love. So mirror matches with Marowak. What I typically do to stay ahead on energy is to keep charging until I almost have 3 bone clubs. At that point, I would always shield the first time so I can keep my health, maintain my health, and then I would start throwing my bone clubs to get their shields down, because I'm risking my 2 shields. I'm in hopes that they do too, which some cases they do, sometimes they don't. So we got shield number 1 from them, which is good. So here we go for number 2. And they don't shield, so I was like, okay, we're halfway on energy here, we're good. So they switch into a Azumarill, so we throw in our Ferrothorn here. Great match for us here. In many cases, when Ferrothorn is up with Azumarill, I really don't shield, so I'm happy that I don't have any shields right now. I'm up against Azumarill, and I can just power whip it down. So they actually use their shields perfect. Now we can really start doing some more damage. So at this point, we got another charge attack in. They're going to throw another ice beam at us. That's not going to kill us at this point. We're going to just have enough to farm it down. We kill Azumarill. I do a quick switch to Seaking here, so Marowak can just throw off its energy to Seaking, and then they switch into their Ferrothorn, and I was like, okay, that's fine. Got no shields. We got Joel Run. We're going to do some chip damage at this point. So we're going to just let go Seaking at this point here, and we're going to throw in Marowak. So Marowak comes in. I'm going to get some more energy because that's the name of the game. If Marowak can get some energy, he can do some real lethal damage towards the end. So I throw Bone Club just to be sure the trainer doesn't throw off their own charge attack, and Marowak comes in and Shadow Ball comes out. GG's for us. Game number 2. So, yep. Battle number 3. I think this is another one here that we don't have lead advantage, which is okay. Seems like in many cases with this team, you just have to be on your toes. And as long as you can be on your toes and be one step ahead, by all means, you can surprise your opponent here. So, yep, switching to Seaking. I was thinking they're going to switch, but they don't. So I'm going to go with a shield bait, and they don't use a shield. So I'm like, all right. That's interesting. So I'm going to go with Drill Run to see if I can get the attack first, but nope. So we shield. So I wanted to get a Drill Run, wanted to save Seaking, and because I think the timer is going to come up soon. So we're going to Drill Run. It's coming, and going for another Drill Run here. Let's see if they're going to shield it. They do, and I was trying to switch and we couldn't. So at this point, I ended up shielding Seaking, and they switch into the Meganium, and I was like, oh boy, that wasn't a smart move. So thinking here, if Meganium has so much energy farmed from Seaking, I was trying to throw Marowak in there to bait the Earthquake, but that didn't happen when I switched into Ferrothorn. So I was like, okay, so this Meganium has more energy. We're a little behind, just a little, not too much. They throw an Earthquake, and I'm like, great, this is not looking good for us. So the only thing I can really do here is just keep chipping away damage with Power Whip, and luckily enough, Bullet Seed does charge up pretty quickly for these power attacks. Charge attacks. But yeah, we do get Meganium down, which is awesome. We have Defense Form Deoxys come in. So now he has more energy. Marowak has to come in, face a Defense Form Deoxys with 1 extra shield. I was thinking it's going to be a Rock Slide. We're done here, but no, it was Thunderbolt. So we go ahead and shield the bait. Bait shield. Keep mixing it up. We go with Bone Club here, and yep, we got the shield, and we go with Shadow Ball. We're going to pretty much knock out this Deoxys. Oof, just one couple HP there, but we knock it down. Our good old friend is back, and Bone Club it is. That was very, very close. I actually thought I wasn't going to win this match. I thought Meganium was going to sweep up the team there, having that much energy from Seaking, but yep, we did win it surprisingly. And yep, we're going to battle number 4. So I think these last 2 battles we actually had lead advantage, which is usually great. Whenever I have lead advantage, we do pretty good when it comes to winning matches, especially when it's Registeel. So many cases when it's Regi lead, they switch immediately, and they do. In many cases they switch into a Zoomerl, but we got Skarmory, so I switch into Ferrothorn because Thunder is really the only attack that we have to knock it out rather quickly. In many cases people don't shield in the beginning for Skarmory, but this trainer does. So I ended up shielding as well too, you know, match the shields here, and I'm going to charge up another Thunder here and go for another attack. So let's see if they actually shield. Usually they don't. Many trainers don't double shield their Skarmory, and they don't in this case. So they're going to let go another Sky attack. I ended up shielding because I wanted to utilize Ferrothorn again. So I just got some more energy, knocked down Skarmory, and I switch into Seaking. So rather risky. I just wanted to get this Rock Slide out of the way, I guess. I thought it was going to be Thunderbolt, but hey, go with Icy Wind and get that attack debuff. through Defense Form Deoxys. They should Rock Slide us out here. And what I'm going to do now is throw Ferrothorn back in because it has enough energy for a charge attack. I want to get away that that shield. So hopefully with this pressure it's going to work. It does. And we have enough energy for another charge attack. So this Defense Form Deoxys is gone. So last but not least, we got Reggie, and not wasting any time, we throw in Marowak. So yep, pretty much this is GG's for us. You need at least 3 Flash Cannons to knock out Marowak, and Marowak has enough energy just to take care of this Registeel. But yeah, this team is really fun. Keeps me on my toes, keeps me on the keeps the toes on the opponents as well too. It's not an easy team by all means, and switching out is not always beneficial as well too. But usually my strategy for this team, because it's not a bulky team and I don't want to wait to see when I want to use my shields, I typically just switch if I could in the beginning, because in many cases the opponent likes to switch into something that they feel like is better. And between Marowak and Seaking and Ferrothorn, they cover each other pretty good, surprisingly. You know, when there's a weakness against Marowak, there's an answer for Seaking and Ferrothorn without a doubt, and vice versa. So in many cases, like here, we had Reggie in the lead, and we got the Azumarill and we switched back in. And what I wanted to do is get this Azumarill just out of the way, just to see what they have as their third Pokemon, because in many cases they're not gonna throw their Reggie back in. It'd be kind of foolish just to come back in and try to use a Focus Blast and just to have a Marowak come back in. So they have a Defense Form Deoxys again. It's not too bad, pretty meta, but we got 1 shield. And are we gonna go for another shield here from the trainer? We do. So we got this game in the bag pretty much. They're 2 shields down. We're going to utilize this 1 shield here. Have no problems having Pokemon that are weak against the other. So in this case, I'm just going to go Icy Wind. They're going to knock out. Or they think they are. So, yep, we're going to let go another... I think it's going to be Drill Run in this case. Yep, Drill Run. Defense Form Deoxys is down, and we're going to have Reggie in the back. And that is it. So Seaking does pretty good against Reggie. In many cases, you don't really need shields. It can take Flash Cannon pretty well. You do have to be careful with Focus Blast. It does hit more effectively, as far as I recall. So yeah, without a doubt, Marowak can win this. No problem whatsoever. But yeah, this team is just really fun. And in many cases, this team has a very hard time if it's an Umbreon lead or an Altaria lead. If you go under PV Poke, they do say that Seaking does well against Altaria, but if Altaria does have an energy lead, it makes it really hard sometimes for Seaking to answer and to win that. So it really depends on the opponent if they end up wanting to double shield or do a single shield. So yeah, it's an interesting team. In many cases, each Pokemon does contribute in one way, shape, or form. If there's a Pokemon that is somewhat hard countered against it, I just always try to chip damage from one Pokemon to the other until we knock it out. So yeah, this is very interesting to say the least with this team, and with Season 2 let alone, it's been more or less a huge challenge. So yeah. Hopefully you guys like this video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, as I'm going to be sharing more content with this team, and I'm going to be experimenting with other teams as well too. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, continue battling, my friends.